Welcome to the Atmosphere Sessions. I'm Erika, and today we're going to talk about cozy rooms. It's January, and although the weather in the Midwest is oddly mild this year, still, people want to have that cozy feeling, especially in the winter. Now, me personally, I like a cozy room all year round, but especially in the winter, it's always so nice to have a space where you feel like you can retreat with friends or family, or even just by yourself with a good book and really curl up and feel completely enclosed in the space. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to give you 3 tips for creating a cozy room in your own home, what people typically miss, and how to transform any space using what you already have. The very first thing that a cozy room needs is definition. And it's something that a lot of people skip over. When somebody comes to your home, you want to make sure that the room that you're entertaining in has a very clearly defined purpose. And what I mean by that is, for example, in a dining room, you have furniture arranged in a way that encourages conversation. Same thing in a living room area. If you've got a family room or living room space and the primary purpose is to have conversation with other people, you arrange the furniture in a certain way to do so. I've got a room in my house that is specifically for listening to music, and the furniture is close so that you can still hear others that might be speaking in the space. And we've got a record player in there. And it's very much about using the space for music. It's decorated in that way. And when people walk in, they kind of get that vibe immediately. So the very first thing you need to do when you're looking at a room in your home that you want to make sure feels cozy is define the space through furniture arrangement, through lighting, through accessorizing. Make sure it's obviously clear to somebody visiting your home that that's what the room is for. The second element that's super important for any cozy room is enclosure. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to have walls or even doors, anything like that. What enclosure really refers to is a definition of the space or something that's creating a visual boundary. Of course, when you think cozy, you think of something that's enveloping you, that feels warm and safe. And so that's what the room should feel like, that you're trying to make as cozy as possible. So look at the furniture arrangement. Again, is there a way that you can create a visual boundary with maybe a sofa placement or even with lighting? Centralizing lighting into one area can really create that enclosure as well. You can do it with a rug. A rug can really provide definition for a space and thereby creating an enclosed environment, or at least the feel of it. So the second thing that you need to do is to create some sort of enclosure, and that's really going to make the space feel intimate and warm. The third element that every cozy room needs is contrast. And this one can kind of surprise people. But when you've got dark colors with light colors, when you've got something that's a very smooth texture with something that has a little bit more of a feel to it, all of those types of contrast create interest in the space and they create depth in the space. And it makes the room feel like one that people want to explore or spend time in, which is what you really want for that cozy environment. So if you have a dark wall, for example, think about lighter furniture, or vice versa, a light wall with something that's darker that really, again, encompasses or envelops the space. If you've got something like a linen curtain, think about something that's a little bit cozier, like a knit blanket or throw, or maybe a pillow or two with some texture. Really look at what's in the room right now and think about what the opposite texture of that piece or those accessories or that furniture might be, and then think about how you can incorporate other pieces into the space. Again, you don't have to go out and buy all new accessories or furniture, nothing like that. Use what you already have, but come up with an idea of what textures are missing from the space, and once you add them, I guarantee you, your room will feel so much cozier. So if a room doesn't feel cozy, don't immediately go add more stuff. Instead, look at the foundation and check for those 3 elements. Is the room clearly defined? Is it enclosed in some way? And does it have contrast? I guarantee once those 3 elements are present, you will feel like relaxing and having friends over and really having that great January cozy evening that we all crave this time of year. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me this week on the Atmosphere Sessions. I'll be back next week with a brand new episode. In the meantime, follow me on Instagram at houseofhanson.style, and you can also sign up for my emails. I will put a link to a great freebie that I've got for you, 5 fast fixes to completely change the way you feel in your home. And you can get that for free if you sign up for my emails. I can't wait to talk to you guys next week, and we'll see you then.